My name is Raphael. I've been working for 5 years as an on-call nurse in the obstetrics wing of São Miguel Hospital. It all began on a regular Tuesday when the board decided to deactivate the old basement storage room and turn it into a supply area. During the cleanup, they moved an incubator from the 80s down there. An old model, heavy, with thick yellowed glass worn by time. No one had used that machine in decades. I helped transport it myself. I remember that when my fingers slid across the dusty glass, a strange chill crawled up my spine, as if something inside that rusted metal still kept memories. Memories that should have stayed asleep. We left the incubator pushed against the back wall, between cardboard boxes and broken equipment. The room was in the most isolated hallway of the hospital. No cameras, no movement, only silence. When I left, I swear I heard a sigh coming from that direction, but I convinced myself it was just the wind in the ventilation ducts. 3 nights later, I was alone at the second-floor nursing station. It was early Saturday morning. The hospital slept in that heavy silence that only exists between 3 and 4 a.m. 3:12. The intercom rang, not the usual tone, a long static noise like a broken frequency. I answered on instinct. On the other end, a voice, weak, hoarse, far away, as if coming from very far nor very deep. The baby is crying. Someone needs to go to it. My blood froze. I asked who was speaking. No response, only static. And then clearly I heard a baby crying. It wasn't a recording. It was real, sharp, desperate, vibrating in my chest like it came from inside me. I checked the patient board. All rooms were empty. There were no babies admitted to obstetrics. The last delivery had been 2 days ago. Mother and child had been discharged. But the crying continued, echoing through the intercom, echoing through the empty halls. I grabbed a flashlight and went downstairs. My footsteps echoed against the cold concrete. Each step felt heavier than the last. When I reached the basement, the hallway was drowned in dim light. The bulbs flickered as if they were giving up, and at the end of the hallway, the storage door was slightly open. I knew we had locked it. The crying was coming from inside, clear, constant, impossible. I pushed the door slowly. The room looked exactly the same. Stacked boxes, dust-covered equipment under sheets, darkness, except the incubator. It was on. Its internal light flickered weakly, bathing the fogged glass in a sickly bluish glow. The motor hummed like a slow mechanical heartbeat. No one had turned that machine on. No one could have. It wasn't even connected to electrical power. The crying was coming from inside. My hand trembled as I approached. The glass was covered in condensation, like something inside was breathing. I wiped the glass with my palm and I saw a small hand, the size of a newborn's, pale, almost translucent. It touched the glass back, from the inside. I screamed, stepped back, nearly fell. At that moment every light went out. The crying turned into laughter, a high-pitched, childlike laugh, distorted and echoing from every direction. And then, the voice. If I had been born, would I be someone like you? I ran, climbed the stairs almost crawling, heart exploding inside my chest. I called security, I called other nurses. We returned together, armed with flashlights and borrowed courage. When we opened the door, the incubator was off, cold, silent, as if no one had touched it. But on the glass, there was still the print, a small hand, delicate, thin, perfect fingers, the print of a baby who never breathed, and yet was there. After that day, I searched the hospital records. In 1983, a patient gave birth prematurely at 8 months. The baby was placed in that same incubator, but there was a power failure during the night. The incubator shut off. No one noticed in time. When they found it, it was too late. The baby never had a chance to live, but somehow it never accepted leaving. Some places keep more than memories. They keep presences, and some of them are still waiting to be born.